It's the Cable
Urza Saga or Thoughtseize? You know, that's super exciting pack. I'm gonna grab the Saga. Interesting. So with the Saga, the Greaves looks a little better. Library Emrakul, Crocus. All tempting to me. I guess I'll draft a Mox. If we go full artifacts, then Chrome Mox gets kind of bad, but we can be like aggro or blue-green or something. This will be a fine start. Yeah, blue-green is very often open. It is like green half. So sometimes you get Nadu pretty late. Theme song of your life. Things will fall apart, they always do. Yeah. Well, it's good to prepare for the worst, huh? I'll be pleasantly surprised when everything goes smooth. Got just some interesting choices here. Dak Fade and Flage, Scythecat Cub. All makes sense to me. I guess we'll point our sights towards Nadu. Sentinel's another really good one to give haste. I'm going to take the Chop here. Yeah, the Sentinel spitting out artifacts for Urza Saga is really nice, too. Only one Trop, though, huh? Only one Trop. Yeah, the tracks go from Things Will Fall Apart right into Never Give Up on Your Dreams. We got the the Pessimist and Optimist back to back. How's everyone's Sunday afternoon going? I'm a little achy, personally. Went to a metal fest yesterday. Had some drinks. Danced a bit. It was really hot out. Oops. Think about that Uro and that 6. This morning, I had lunch with a couple of my friends. One of whom is officiating the wedding, so we did a little bit of wedding talk. We also just like chit-chatted, talked about films and stuff. That was pretty chill. I had a dope-ass omelet. Now I'm jamming some cubes with you fine folks. Cheers, fine folks. Today I'm going to jam some D&D. On a full-ass weekend right there. We'll grab the Counterspell. Counterspell's a good card. I tell you what, this is not a good sign. Was Bloodywood the Stone Cold Tits? Oh, yeah. It was a little hot, and we were, like, dancing hard, so overheated a bit. And I could have used some breaks in their set. Like, during one of the songs, he pulled out the flute and jammed. The person who plays flute on their songs is also the person who plays lead guitar. So for one of the tracks... Hey, Chariot, perfect. Chariot can copy Saga tokens, too, and also works with Nadu if we get Nadu. So for one of the tracks, they used a backing track for the guitars, and then he got to pull the flute out and rip it live. Which it felt like most of the crowd was less into, but I was like, this is the shit. More live flute, please. More flautistry, please. And it kind of like gave the energy of their live show like a little bit of a dip so you could like build back up. I could have used more of that personally. But yeah, every track where they played the dole, I just went nuts. It's really fun, really high energy show. Are there changes to the cube somewhere? Yeah. If you Google Magic the Gathering online, you'll get their list of recent articles. The cube will be pretty easy to find. Hey, the Sentinel came back. Nice. The Talon Zero combo. I guess we can play it. I don't love having it in my mana base with the Urza Saga. I do like Retrofitter in Urza Saga, however. Starting to look like a good Saga deck, despite not being like full on artifacts. We got Sentinel and Chariots, but not artifacts. Do I like talents with crop rotation? Yeah, it's solid with crop rotation. I especially like it with the 1-mana 1/2, so you can like tutor it up and break your opponent's removal and stuff. It gets people all the time. I'm gonna draft this Tinker. We have enough artifacts for it. We don't have anything to tinker into, but we'll probably find something at some point. If the Tinker wasn't in the pack, I'd be a little torn. I'd probably grab the Botanical and see if something wheels. Oh shit, what up? Hey, BSP4, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 13 months there. Yeah, I'm probably just grabbing the Breeding Pool. Malevolent Rumble's very good, though. It also plays very well with Uro. Yeah, I'm going to take the damn Rumble. It's so good with Uro. Well, there's a Reclaimer. Is Reclaimer worth playing here? Just with Talon Gates and Saga? I think so. We might get Cradle later, too. Hey, Charlie to Strike. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 83 months. Well, Battlesphere is technically something to tinker into. It gets a little bit better with Greaves in the deck. Terra Center could be in the sideboard. I'm going to drop this Plagon. Another good Nadu card if we get the Nadu. And it's also just solid. Solid number of high toughness critters in this deck, too. Sentinel, Reclaimer. Battlesphere, I guess. I'm into a Daze. Oh, the Karn might be better. The Karn's just better. With the Chariot here. Having multiple ways to make Karn Structs could be good. I'm going to draft... Well, I guess I'm supposed to grab that Savannah just in case. Hard to imagine a White Splash currently, but maybe. I think it's just a Besiege You. I think it's G-Devil. Is Core Tapper too narrow for Vintage Cube? The 2-drop? Probably. You could certainly build a cube more towards it. I've been really liking the 2-mana white creature that you remove a counter from something to go tutor for planes. But it's just solid if it's not doing something, and then it can also pop off with Sagas. A little bit less narrow than Core Tapper, right? Hey, Sanctum came back. Nice. I like True Name too, but really value good mana highly. Just the latest Emperor Bones you've ever seen. Nadu in pack 3 would help a lot. Throw a Nadu in here and throw a couple random mana dorks. Got yourself a deck, huh? Our mana base looks really good. Yeah, I've been really enjoying Scholar too. I think that's been my favorite new ad. I really like this, just good value. Can attack with it, can activate it, and it's got some cute little synergies / combos. And then it's got even though it's a newer card, it's got a classic vibe about it. I dig that a lot in terms of, we're playing a bunch of old classic cards here. Part of the appeal of Vintage Cube. Vintage Cube, now with 50% new cards that have way too much fucking text and aren't actually all that good. I think I'm gonna grab that Tangle Wire, actually. I think we have enough artifact synergies that it's kind of good. The Shieldlock's interesting, but we already have a lot of picks involved in our mana base, invested into our mana there. Not really a fast spawn deck. I kind of dig the Tireless Tracker. Yeah, Tireless Tracker and Siege Shark are both spitting out artifacts. The fetch is useful for Uro, but we do have a lot of picks invested in our mana anyway. We need some playables here. We'll grab the Siege Shark. Last time we passed a dork, it came back. I'm going to grab the fetch. Would I play Thespian Stage with only Urza Saga to copy? Probably not, no. It's just asking a lot, right? It's a very expensive combo. You might even have to take a turn off making creatures to do it. It's not the best Skullclamp deck I've ever seen, but it could become better. Tempted by that Remand, too. The nice thing about the clamp is it does give the Urza Saga another thing, right? Like if you draw the Retrofitter, clamp will be a good one to tutor after that. Is Minsk worth splashing? Minsk is worth splashing, but not when you've got other cards you already need for your deck there. I'm gonna draft this Portal. It's castable if we have Nissa, and it's like a really good tinker target, huh? One of the best. I'd rather have Portal than Blightsteel, although Blightsteel is good with Greaves. Salvager's a little bit better with Clamp. It spits out an artifact. Bill's just a better card, though. Bill's really good. Really good with Nissa, too, which we have here. They could use a Mana Dork or two. We'll see how the tail end of this pack goes. So Oko is really good and spits out artifacts and just like works with everything that we're doing. But it's not what the deck needs. The deck needs that Birds of Paradise, so I'm going to draft the Birds. Painful, but it is what it is. I don't think we're quite artifacty enough for Nettlecyst. Tracker came back, nice. And now we have no playables. You're not sure Oko should be in the cube? It certainly should be. Oh, Raphaelos, sure. I mean, we have the Yavimaya, and we have Lightning Greaves. But yeah, I mean, they cut Raphaelos and brought it back in. Because some fans like the card. Difference between Vintage and Legacy Cube. Is this talking about legalities? It's Benny. So the main difference between Vintage and Legacy is the legality of power. Ancestral Recall, Time Walk, that sort of thing. Good afternoon, Spence Johnson. Kankerbloom's kind of cute with Clamp. Equip Sank. I probably want it. I like Oddity a lot with Gaia's Cradle. We don't really have Cradle here. Good at pressuring opposing walkers. Might board it in. I think I'm not going to play Wire. Let me look at the Shark. Yeah, Salvager's worse than Shark, but it does play better with Clamp, which I like. Is 3 island enough here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. That's enough. It's a little borderline. 12-ish green. Yeah, we were drafting with the idea that we might see a Nadu at some point. Sometimes it doesn't show, though, huh? Bold? What's bold? Opponent is slowing me down a bit there. Take that Chrome Mox. I've played a lot with Plagon, yeah. It's good. One of my favorite new ads. You haven't seen the spots for it? It's a value card that, like, 3 mana. So if you have the mana to activate it, it's, like, essentially a 3 mana 3/3 with stats. And then it draws from, like, 1 to 3 cards coming into play. Depending on your deck. It's like... It's not a complicated card, and it doesn't have, like, niche spots. It's at its absolute best in Nadu, because it also, like, triggers Nadu. But it's not, like, something that's got, like, a unique place that it's good. It's just good. Modern day Moldrifter. Yeah, it's a good way to think about it. Yavimaya would be a sweet draw here. We don't need to list off every creature that has higher power than, or higher toughness than power. As fun as much as Twitch chat loves to list things. Yeah, I'm still gonna do the Greaves line. I had a cute spot the other day where my opponent was trying to shrink my creature with Jace Vryn's Prodigy. And Plagon was just like, nah, dog. So my opponent about to spit out a 7/7. Well, it's pretty good against me. 7/7 and a Battlesphere. Tireless Tribe combo should be in the cube. I don't know if I've ever disagreed with a Twitch chat comment more. Yeah, Pauper level combos, not good enough for Vintage Cube. To the surprise of nobody. So Portal looks kind of bad here. Their board is so wide. I'm gonna get Portal anyway. Yeah, the Sin having flying is kind of a big deal here. I guess if we got enough mana, Retrofitter could produce a flyer every turn. Yeah, 7 life is not a lot of life. So I need 3 mana to Cankerbloom sack on Battlesphere, which I kind of want to do. They do have Psychic Frog to control their graveyard, though, so it's not like Not like I'll be able to get it with the portal now. So Retrofitter, 2 mana to make it 1/1. And then another 4 mana to turn that into a flyer. We can crack the map token. Try and hit another forest. Oh, I played a land, right? I guess I can't then. Well, no, I can. I just wouldn't be able to place that forest. Yeah, Yavimaya would be so good here. I guess I just pass. Oh, they just tabbed me, The Deathrite Shaman activating twice here puts me down to 3, and then Frog finishes me off. You know, we can just scoop. Got a flying blocker there, but it's not good enough. Let's try Tangle Wire on the play. Cutting Salvager. Brood Skill stuff. I could see Brood Skill working. Like, that's a popper combo, but it's also a fucking modern combo, you know? If it's good enough for, like, current day modern, it's very likely good enough for Vintage Cube. Looking for land drops here. I guess that works. Sack the spawn to clamp the spawn. Let's just Tangle Wire. Slow them down a little bit. The next turn, they have to choose between having Frog or mana. Yeah, Smokestack, you want to invert the triggers on Magic Online. Tangle Wire, you want to let it ride. Uro's very close to coming back, huh? Thanks to that rumble. Well, opponent's got some mana bank. We'll see what they're doing here. Okie dokie. Game seems to be going well, huh? Yeah, so we get in 9 here, then on to 4. We still have Portal going. We're spitting out like more and more tokens every turn. We're drawing cards. We have this clamp that we literally haven't equipped. That was a good example of a game going well for us. Yeah, let's move the Tanglewire to the main deck. That was really good, huh? I'll just got Salvenger. Salvenger's not going to win a game like that. I feel like that game was like the fucking Tanglewire show, huh? Nice to see the old boy shine like that, right? Spit of polish. MTG and Bagels is a terrific fucking username. That's just how I feel about it. Yeah. I was gonna say it kind of feels like a balance chain here. So we keep one card. Could keep a Waterlogged Grove, and then you have all your colors right there. I think you're supposed to keep, like, Tireless Tracker. So if you just draw some lands, you're back in it. Yeah, not a bad little balance there, huh? Not what we wanted. Would have been a good one to discard. Bill? I don't think Bill recovers quite as well as the tracker here. Like, you draw your third land, and then the Bill's a 3-3, and then you draw your fourth, and now it's a 4-4, whereas the tracker would have been, like, drawing you cards into the next thing. I guess Bill would have been attacking for 2. Yeah. We gotta besiege you here. Probably scoop here. Opponent's not gonna like flood or anything. They're applying a bunch of pressure. We still only have 2 lands. Totally reasonable point to scoop. Sea Shark's kind of good against sweepers. Kinda. Ooh, the Portal Tinker hand. Hey, there we go. I think I should have maybe led on Urza's Saga for the turn 2 activation off the Chrome Mox. You lose your Tinker, but who cares? If I draw an imprintable, though, I can go Saga, Chrome Mox, Tinker next turn, and go get that Battlesphere. Yeah, awesome. Beautiful little artifact draw over there, huh? Workshops and Academy. Makes sense. I don't expect to take 14 with a bin there, with them binning 2 cards. But you don't need to take 14, because they could take a hit and then Battlesphere us back if we go too low. So now all of a sudden you can't take 10 damage, right? So you should treat that Palantir as though you're at 10 life. You're just watching some Lord of the Rings. Nice. Just eating it. So the reason they're eating it is because this Tolarian Academy is going to give them all the mana in the universe. So even if they chump, they take 1 less. They have 1 less mana available next turn. So they valued a single blue mana over fucking 8 life, which is a terrible sign for us. He applies like upheaval or something. Blister for 5, sure. Yeah, I mean, that clears all of my mirror tokens and makes my Urza Saga token a fucking joke. That's what it does. Oh, we actually have to jump, huh? Or the 8 plus the Ballista is just lethal. Oh no, we're just dead. Fair enough. Well murdered. Yeah, it's gotta be a joke. I'm being funned with. Not just for fellows, but also Nissa here, Pikes. The times that Besiege You is better than a Forest is very low in this sort of deck. Could you just, like, not have the swords? Could this just be good? Hot diggity. Lightning, you say? Oh, I need a metamorph. I don't have any clones. Bring on the thunder. Oh shit. Their hand was kind of anemic. If they're just like scooping to a couple 4-power critters, huh? I think they were hoping that Nadu was going to be able to block something. Block a little something. Nope. Blue-green was so bad for so long, and then boom, Krasis, Oko, and Uro. Yeah, I don't know how long the period of blue-green being bad actually was. I don't think it was that long. Like, it's not strict blue-green, but, like, Rug was kind of the... For a while, you're looking at, like, a bunch of, like, GP and SCG series top 8s, where Cawblade and Rug were the only 2 decks. And then when you go back far enough, you get, like, Squirrel Opposition. Somebody mentioned Blue-Green Madness earlier. Yeah, Energy was also Rug. Bant Control was in Standard a few times. Should have untapped the island here, I think. Yeah, much worse draw if that forest is a Besiege though, huh? Just. Is it just for Rufellos? Pretty good fucking reason. Yeah, Nexus Fate was also blue-green. Yeah, trade up. Nexus Turbofog was your favorite arena deck for a brief moment. What was your win con? Were you at least making a shark, or were you using like a single Brazen Borrower or some obnoxious shit? I think they like literally added the draw feature to Arena. I think they literally started adding clocks to Arena because of that deck. Was the win con Teferi? There were a bunch of different win cons. That's why it's a valid question. All right, well, that fucking worked, Tom. Back-to-back 2-1s. Is a Stone Rain that you draws your opponent 2 cards good? Yeah, right?